right. Buckle up for this one. We are diving deep into Sunny Jetsun.
Sunny Jetson.
A traveler, a poet, and let's just say a voice that
doesn't hold back.
Doesn't shy away from anything.
Anything at all.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he's absolutely.
And we are focusing specifically on his book, The Devil's Advocate.
Yeah.
Which is just this wild
It's a trip.
blend of 60s counterculture and surrealism and...
Very much so.
Well, some pretty intense opinions.
Yeah, you could say that. It's like Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah.
Went on a spirit journey with a lot of erotica.
Yeah, that's it.
A whole lot.
That's a really good way to put it. So we're going to unpack this.
Okay.
But I think one of the things that is so striking right off the bat is the surrealism of it.
Oh, absolutely.
This is a guy who writes things like, I laid with her, pure Aztec crystal yoni.
That's Jetson.
What?
Right there.
What does that even mean?
In a nutshell, he just throws you right into this world.
Right.
Of like primal sexuality. Yeah. Mixed with these kind of like spiritual, mystical images, and
it's jarring.
It's a lot, but it's also captivating.
Yeah. And I think it kind of speaks to his whole view of women.
Oh, for sure.
He has this reverence for the feminine.
Yes.
The feminine divine as like a force.
Definitely.
In the world.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He sees women as like sensual, sacred, and he's all about equality.
Yes.
Between genders.
Physically, spiritually.
Physically and spiritually, he is there for it.
But, I mean, come on. Some of these lines are pushing it.
They're a lot. I mean, he's definitely pushing boundaries.
Yeah.
Of what most people would consider acceptable.
For sure.
I don't think he cares.
No.
I think he's trying to provoke.
Yes.
He's challenging conventional morality.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, that's what's so fascinating about him.
Right.
He makes you confront your own comfort zones.
For sure. And speaking of uncomfortable.
Okay.
This guy doesn't pull any punches. When it comes to like anti-establishment views, I mean, he goes after everyone.
Swing in.
Governments, corporations, media, organized religion.
Yeah.
Like, no one is safe.
He's a one-man wrecking crew taking down the pillars of power.
Yeah.
Sentence by sentence.
And he gets really specific, too.
Oh, yeah.
He's got some particularly harsh things to say about Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum.
Yeah.
He really thinks that they are...
pushing a globalist agenda.
Yeah, pushing a globalist agenda.
So true.
And then his criticisms of pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah.
In their role in the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where it gets like...
that's what really controversial, dicey.
He's really skeptical of vaccines.
Yeah.
And the official narrative around the virus.
Yeah.
And he doesn't just question the science.
No.
He really thinks there's this like larger, more sinister agenda at play.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
And, you know, we should be clear here. We're just relaying this perspective.
Jetson's perspective.
As presented in his writing.
Yes.
We are not here to endorse or debunk his claims.
Exactly.
We are just diving into his world.
Right.
And it's full of conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Radical ideas.
It is.
Up to the listener to decide what to make of it all.
And he doesn't stop there.
Oh, no.
He rails against the British monarchy.
Calls
out their colonial past.
Right.
Questions their legitimacy.
Yep.
He's a hardcore supporter of Julian Assange. Sees him as a martyr for freedom of information.
For sure.
And his take on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Let's just say he's
very critical of Israel.
Critical of Israel.
And pro-Palestinian.
Yes.
Very much so.
He uses some strong language to describe the situation.
Yeah.
Which is bound to ruffle some feathers.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
But again, that's his style.
Right.
He's not interested in playing it safe or being politically correct. Yeah. He wants to...
shake things up.
Yeah.
Make you think. Make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're in for a wild ride if you decide to go deeper into his work.
Oh, for sure. Buckle up.
It's intense.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It's a lot.
Like he's trying to dismantle every system.
Yeah, he wants to burn it all down.
That we have. It's kind of refreshing in a way.
Right. I mean, it's...
yeah.
He's not afraid to question anything, you know, whether it's history or politics or like even our own bodies.
Yeah.
I think that's where his environmentalism comes in.
Yes.
It's woven into everything he writes.
Totally. And he sees this destruction of nature as a symptom of this disconnect that we have from ourselves, from each other, from something larger.
Yeah.
And he talks about that. He says, we are souls dressed up in sacred biochemical garments, and our bodies are the instruments through which our souls play their music.
God, that's such a Jetson line.
Isn't it? It's so him.
So Jetson, he blends the scientific and the spiritual.
Yes.
In a way that like makes you rethink existence.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that connects to his fears about technology too.
It totally does.
Yeah.
Because he sees it as this
double-edged
sword, right? So on the one hand,
like it can connect us, expand our consciousness.
Yeah.
But also it can be used to control us, manipulate us, separate us from our true nature.
Totally.
You know?
He's wary.
Yeah. AI.
Especially AI and transhumanism. Like, these are things that could create a dystopian future where we're all just slaves to the machine.
Totally. And it ties into this whole cosmic consciousness thing.
Yeah.
It's like he's searching for a way to transcend all this.
All the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To connect to something.
Pure and authentic.
Real.
In a world that feels increasingly artificial.
Totally. And for him, like, poetry is a key part of that.
It is, yeah.
It's how he processes the chaos, the beauty, the rage, the love.
It's all there.
It's all there.
You know, for all this talk about revolution and taking down the powers that be, there's a real vulnerability in his poetry.
There is, yeah.
Like, you can feel his pain, his longing for connection, his search for meaning in a world that often feels meaningless.
Yeah, he's not just some, you know, angry guy ranting in a vacuum.
Yeah.
You know, he's a human being wrestling with these profound questions.
Right.
And I think that's what makes his work resonate, even with people who maybe don't agree with him politically.
Totally. And there's this one poem that really hit me hard. It's called Bucket Loads of Acid, Lucy in the Sky, Waiting for the War.
Oh, wow. That title alone.
I know.
It's a journey.
It's a lot. But there's this one line that just like stuck with me.
Okay.
Strapped down to the table, save the mother crystal. And it's so surreal, but also so powerful.
It is.
It's like, what's he talking about?
It's like he's talking in a struggle, right?
Yeah.
Against these forces that are trying to control or exploit something precious.
Yes.
The mother crystal. It could be.
It could be anything.
So many things. Nature, truth, our collective soul.
Yeah.
And that being strapped down, that suggests this feeling of being trapped.
Yeah.
Fighting against overwhelming odds.
Totally. And the whole poem has this feeling of impending doom.
Yeah.
It's like something terrible's about to happen.
It's unsettling.
It is.
But also deeply moving.
It is.
Yeah, it reminds me of those like psychedelic rock posters from the 60s where you have this clash of color and disturbing imagery. It's beautiful and terrifying at the same time.
That's perfect. It's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
It's like he's capturing that same energy in the poetry.
He is.
He's not afraid to go there.
Yeah.
To the dark side.
To the darkness.
Yeah, but there's always a glimmer of hope.
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
There's always a spark of beauty.
A spark of beauty. Even in the chaos.
Even in the midst of the chaos.
And I think that's what makes him so relevant today.
I think so, too.
We're living in a time where things feel so chaotic and uncertain.
Absolutely.
And he's offering a way to navigate that.
Yeah.
To confront those uncomfortable truths and to find a way to keep going.
To keep fighting.
To keep fighting for what we believe in.
Exactly.
He's like a guide to the apocalypse, but one who believes in love and connection.
Connection to see us through it all.
Yeah. So we've gone pretty deep. Into Sunny Jetson's world.
We went there.
Surrealism. The rage against the machine.
His vulnerability. It's all there.
What do you think the listener is taking away from all of this?
It's a lot to process.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Jetson doesn't really offer any easy answers.
Yeah.
He kind of throws a Molotov cocktail at everything we think we know.
Yeah.
And then just leaves us to sift through the wreckage.
To pick up the pieces.
Yeah.
But, you know, I do think there's that glimmer of hope in there.
There is.
You know that line where he talks about the tragedy of human existence being the illusion of separateness.
Yeah, that we're all connected.
Like we're all...
Even when it doesn't feel like it.
Connected.
Yeah.
And if we can tap into that connection, you know...
To ourselves, to each other, to nature...
Then that's
where the real revolution begins.
That's where it starts.
Not the one with guns and bombs.
You're right.
But the one that transforms our hearts and minds.
Like he's saying, hey, the world's a fucked up place.
It is.
But we can change it.
We have the power.
Starting with ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe that means...
Maybe it means questioning everything.
Like he does.
Like Jetson does.
Challenging the powers that be. taking responsibility for our choices.
Yeah.
And our impact on the planet.
Absolutely.
Or maybe it means just embracing our own weirdness. Like that whole...
Like pure Aztec crystal yoni.
Pure Aztec crystal yoni line.
Like just own it.
It's about owning it.
Our desires, our bodies, our individuality.
Doing fuck you to conformity.
Yes, exactly.
And embracing the wild, untamed parts of ourselves.
100%, I think Jetson would be proud.
I think he would too.
Of that interpretation.
And who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe some of our listeners will be inspired to write their own poems.
Their own manifestos.
Their own version.
Their own 46, The Devil's Advocate.
Yeah.
You know, that's the beauty of art.
It is.
It can spark something within us, make us question, make us feel.
It makes us want to create.
It does. So if you're feeling fired up after this deep dive,
go out there
and make some noise.
Make some noise.
Write, paint, sing, dance, protest.
Whatever.
Whatever sets your soul on fire.
Just don't blame us.
Yeah, don't come crying to us.
If you end up on some government watch list.
Exactly.
After reading Sunny Jetsun.
Hey, a little rebellion is good for the soul.
Yeah, sometimes you got to shake things up. Until next time. Keep diving deep.
And remember,
stay weird, stay curious.
Never stop questioning.
And we'll see you on the next deep dive.